Paolo Von Schirach is president of the Global Policy Institute and an expert in politics and international security. I spoke with him about the so-called Putin list and why the White House isn't imposing new sanctions.
Look, all this is quite complicated and somewhat contradictory. We know that the U.S. Congress passed the Senate with an overwhelming majority, I think it was 98-2, a new round of sanctions a while ago, but the Trump administration is not planning to enforce them. So that again raises, in the background of the Russia, meddling in the U.S. elections, the whole thing going on. People ask questions, say, why is Trump not doing this? What are the hidden motivations behind all this? So it's kind of puzzling. So they released this list, but no action taken.
But do you think, Paolo, this is a temporary thing? They haven't imposed new sanctions yet, but no one is saying sanctions are not coming down the road.
Absolutely. Sanctions are not being lifted, and there's no movement, as far as I can tell, from the executive branch going to the Congress to say, okay, let's relent, let's stop this thing. So they will continue doing it, but on the other hand, the bite that was supposed to be there is kind of not there because the administration is not enforcing them as forcefully as the Congress intended.
Let's talk about another set of sanctions. On Friday, the Trump administration announced these sanctions related to Russia's occupation of Crimea, its intervention in eastern Ukraine. What does the United States really hope to achieve with this set of sanctions?
Look, it's all for demonstration. Like we're doing something. The idea, quite frankly, that because of these sanctions, Russia's going to get out of Crimea. Look, we can
certainly hasn't worked in the past.
It certainly has not, and I wouldn't put much stock in any of this. So it's demonstration. It's to say, hey, we're on it. We're trying to be on the side of the Ukrainians, of international law, and all these things. Russia didn't act properly. Did it all unilaterally. Is supporting this basically this secession in eastern Ukraine, et cetera, et cetera. Does this stuff have a bite? I'm afraid it doesn't. It hurts, it damages some people, as your reporting indicates, but does it have really a bite that tells Putin, oh my God, I gotta go because sanctions are coming? No, it's not happening.
Let's talk about the State of the Union address.
Yes.
Tonight, President Trump. Do you expect Russia to come up at all? Will we hear the name Russia even once?
Boy,
we're going to hear about Iran probably. We're going to hear about North Korea or the DPRK. But what do you think about Russia? Is that going to come up?
Probably not.
Why?
That's my hunch. Because, again, it's toxic. And I don't think that Trump can distance himself, as yet, at least, given the continuing the Mueller investigation, the various congressional investigations on the alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 elections. I think that if Trump mentions Russia in a context that does not seem to favor the opinions already packaged and preformed in all those who oppose him, it's toxic. Because if he says, oh, he gives them a pass, that means there's something there. So where there's smoke, there's fire, that kind of stuff. So I don't really think, probably staying away from it. If I were his communications advisor, I would say don't talk about it.
All right, we'll leave it there. Paolo Von Schirach, thank you so much, sir.